Our next speaker is Professor Gihan Dias, a close colleague of us. Professor Gihan Dias obtained his Bachelor of Science in Engineering in Electronics and Telecommunications from the University of Moratuwa, and his PhD from the University of California, Davis in US. He's a pioneer in the development of internet in Sri Lanka, as way back in early 1990s. I can remember him setting up the UUCP email transfer technologies for the use of the academic community, and especially the pioneer of the setting up of the LEARN network for the universities of Sri Lanka. He is a staff member of the IT faculty of the University of Moratuwa, and he is now into perhaps languages apart from internet domain managing activities. And he is the domain registrar for the LK domain registry in Sri Lanka. Let me welcome Professor Gihan Dias.
Today I'm going to talk about establishing your digital identity, which is not really maybe fitting into this session 100%, but so it sort of got in here. So let me ask the question. I'm actually asking myself, so you could ask yourself the same question. Who am I? Right? So this is a very maybe a philosophical question, right? I mean, some people just go to the forest and spend maybe 10 years or so asking themselves this question. But let's do it maybe in a more technical way. Who am I? Okay, I can answer that. I'm Gihan Dias. Right? So I'm sure each of you could say, yes, I'm so-and-so. So what does it mean? Well, I can give some things. I'm Gihan Dias. I'm son of Nagesha and Mauli, husband of Dilika, and so on and so. I could say, who are my family, who are my parents, and who are my children, and so on. And in fact, you can go on forever, right? You have an uncle, or you are uncle of somebody, brother of somebody, brother-in-law of somebody else, and if you look around, you have all this huge web of relations. And this also determines things like ethnicity, religion, to a large extent, etc. So very often, who you are, your family also depends on what you call yourself in a ethnic or racial or whatever sense. Right. What else? Well, I could say I am Professor Gihan Dias of the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, University of Moratuwa. Now, that also is my identity. So if I say come here to this type of gathering, I might not really, if somebody asks who are you, I might not say, oh, I am Dilika's husband. But I'm more likely to say, oh, I am a professor at the University of Moratuwa. So that's my identity. And I could say I have a BSc engineering, as Nalin maybe introduced me. I think that's another good example. So when Nalin introduced me, he said I have a BSc from this place and a PhD from that place. And I teach networking or whatever it is. Right? So again, this is my identity. And each of us can have this identity. Okay, where am I working? What are my academic and professional qualifications? What do I do? And so on. So we have this identity, our professional or work identity. What else? Well, I could say I'm Gihan Dias. I'm a citizen of Sri Lanka. I'm a male. I was born on this particular day. I was born in Colombo. I live in Ratmalana. I have a national identity card number. I have a passport number. So all of these are various facts which pertain to me, right? So what are my life events or various data which are associated with me in various ways? And how am I contacted? My address is something. My telephone number is this. My email address is that. My fax number is something else. What else? Well, there's lots of other things. Say, well, I own a car, and this is the number. I have a computer. I have life insurance, which I have bought from this particular company. Or I have a bank account with Sampath Bank, and my account number is this. And I have a credit card, and the credit card number is that. So, and so on, and so on, and so on. There are many, many asset and commercial information which are associated with a particular person. And I mean, this would go on forever. I mean, if you sort of sat down and tried to enumerate all the various information about you which other people may possibly be interested in, you'd probably have a huge book. What else? We have friends. Say, well, I went to school at this place. I have friends with, well, many people, right? I have worked on some business or some project with some other people. I have played some game with some people. I'm a member of ISOC Sri Lanka. I am the chairman of the INET Colombo conference. So like that, we can have various roles we have in society. What are the associations we belong to? Who are our friends? And what do we do? So, what is your identity? It's a combination of many attributes. So you cannot say my identity is this and sort of give it in one sentence. It's your family, your work, your school, whatever the government has assigned you, like your identity card number and your passport number and that type of thing, your friends, your affiliations, and many other things. Some of these are chosen by yourself. For example, you may decide, okay, I would like to be friends with this person. Or I would like to play cricket every night or every evening or whatever. Some are not chosen by you. For example, you cannot choose your parents. So that's sort of there. Some things are maybe assigned by the government. The government says, okay, here's your national ID card number. You cannot say, well, can I have a different number? I don't like that number. It's not possible, right? And regarding your identity, you may make certain claims. I may say, okay, I'm working at the University of Moratuwa. That's a claim, right? So I can say that. But is it true? Well, that has to be verified. So whenever I say something about myself, or if someone else says something about you, that's a claim. And it may be true or it may not be true. And that could be, or maybe some claims cannot be verified. Some claims can be verified as being false. Some could be verified as being true, and some cannot be verified. So you have no idea whether they're true or not. Okay, so that's my identity. And that's your identity. It will be different from mine, but still it would be your identity based on many things. What about my internet identity? Aha. Is that different from my actual identity? That's a good question, because some time ago people felt that, okay, the real life is real life and the internet is something which is just something else. But now, of course, as several other speakers pointed out yesterday, we really don't see a huge difference between real life and internet. And in fact, we are seeing some kind of merging between these two. So what is my internet identity? For example, I can talk of email. Well, I have several email addresses actually, right? So if you want to send me an email, you could send it to any of these. But is this all? No. How about this? Is that my email address? Well, yes, but this was my email address when I was a graduate student in California. And I very much doubt that they've given it to anyone else. So it's probably still my email address in some way. But if you send me email to this address, I'm pretty sure I won't get it. How about this? Again, I was using this address maybe 10 years ago. Does it still work? I'm not 100% sure. I couldn't try out. If I send it to me, it might get forwarded to me. I'm not sure. But it's not one of my current addresses. So we may have various other addresses which may or may not be you, which you don't really use much, but you may be used earlier. Or is there, but you hardly ever use it, right? There are some people, you send them email, and they say, oh, you sent it to my Gmail address, but I don't read that. So how am I supposed to know that? That's the one you gave me. How about the web? So if you go to the web and you want to know who I am, well, you can go to the university department website, and there's a picture of me with my name, right, and an email address. Okay, so maybe if you look at that, you might think, or you might feel fairly confident that so-and-so works at this university. What else? Well, you can look at my personal web page, so which says some things about me. Okay. How about Facebook? Okay. So Facebook also has some information about myself. What else? Well, if you want to know about me, certainly you can go to Google and type my name. And this might be what you get. Okay. And there's a whole lot. It says about 40,900 results. Okay, I have not really looked at all 40,900, but I'm sure that most of them are about me. Well, Google is one thing. How about going and looking at academic things? So I went to this place, Citeseer, which basically has information about academic papers, and it has certain things about me. Some papers I have written, and certain things which I didn't even know. It says, well, there is some provision related to IETF documents, and my name and several other people's names are there. What is it about? I really don't know, but it's certainly part of my identity, since when you go to the internet, it says that, okay, this person contributed to this whatever document. How about Amazon? Well, if you go to Amazon, or if I go to Amazon, it says, well, hello Gihan Dias, and recommended for you. These recommendations are based on items you own and more. And it gives me a set of books that it might. So it has some information, who I am, what are the books I might like, what are the books I have bought, and it has some information about me. So this is part of my identity, but this identity is specific to Amazon. Amazon does not give this information out to anyone else. So for example, if I go to some other bookstore, certainly they would not know this particular information about me. What if I want to use a particular service? I want to log on to the learning management system at the University of Moratuwa. Well, there is an identity, because when I want to go there, it asks me, oh, you want to access this system? Then show your identity, give your username, and give a password. What else? If I send an email, I can send a signed email, which says, this message has not been altered since it was sent, and is signed by Gihan Dias, and the certificate is issued by VeriSign Class 1 individual subscriber. So there are many different types of identities on the web, like email, a website, a service user, a certificate, and so on. So whenever a person, a device, or an organization